Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Bricks Upgrade. And for this very special episode, we'll be featuring the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis Carcharodontosaurus. And here's the making of our Carcharodontosaurus.
So we have here our previous Carcharodontosaurus. I really like the figure from before, however, it's quite outdated in terms of how I actually paint it and how I do my current customs. And as the Carcharodontosaurus is actually one of my favorite large carnivores, I would like to somehow give some more love to this particular dinosaur and revisit by making it or revising this particular figure. Alright, so here is a sketch that I did in terms of how I plan to remake this particular dinosaur. So we're not going to make any changes so far on the body in itself. We're just going to make a little hump here so that the spines would be somehow elevated, but we will be doing some major changes to the face of the Carcharodontosaurus. We're going to make it a bit more thinner in terms of head sculpt here, and then of course elevate the neck here on this particular area. We're going to place the eyes further away from the nose here, and then of course we're going to twist the arm here so that it's positioned inwards. The legs will be the same, and then we're of course going to add some spikes on the top of the head. We're going to maintain of course some detailing over here on the back, wherein some osteoderms will be also included as well. But of course we're going to use some other forms instead of clay, of course, so that it's more uniform in terms of the overall look, and it's more symmetrical as well. Alright, so that's the plan, and let's move along with the making of the Carcharodontosaurus.
Alright, so we're making some modifications here on our Carcharodontosaurus. So we wanted to make a more correct angle on the hands, so we're doing that. And also we're removing the previous sculpt of our Carcharodontosaurus. Now it's quite hard to do that because the epoxy here is quite hardened already. So here we made a few adjustments to the head sculpt of the Carcharodontosaurus. We lifted out the entire half of the face here, and then added some aluminum foil inside so that it would bulk up without adding additional weight to the figure. And yeah, so taking shape. We of course used a few materials here. We have here our handsaw, our Dremel, some aluminum foil, and of course a little bit of glue gun here. Yeah. Okay, so we have just finished the sculpt on this one, and we used here Pioneer non-sag epoxy. And if you have these in your country, then good. If not, then probably you may use a similar product. And I have also likewise wet sanded this one, so it's all smooth, and now it's ready to paint. So first we're going to primer this one, and then we're gonna color it and add some more details such as spikes on the back and so on. So here we have our Carcharodontosaurus ready for painting. So we primered it with Boston number 68 in gray, and then it's already dried. And we'll be using here some acrylics here, some water, and of course some brushes. So let's start. Alright, so we have here a lighter color of gray with mixed in with a little bit of yellow ochre, and we're painting it on the mid sections of the creature. So I try to put it on the lower sections as well, because later on we'll be dry brushing some lighter colors here. So I'm experimenting on how to make it more, I guess, accurate or similar to the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis Carcharodontosaurus. So as I've said earlier on, we're dry brushing here a lighter color. So with using the earlier colors we just mixed in some white on it and a little bit more yellow ochre, and we're dry brushing here on certain areas, raised areas to be in particular. So that includes, of course, the hands and also the underbelly, as well as some parts of the lower jaw and the tail as well. Also some parts of the neck too. Okay, so we have here a mixture of some browns, a little bit of gray, and I think this is also with some green colors as well. And we're just painting on the entire back of the Carcharodontosaurus. Now this will also be the same colors that will be placed on the thighs as well as the ends of the tail. Now once that is dry, then you can see that it has been acrylics tend to dry up, and when they do, they had a darker color to it, and this is how it turned out. Now we mixed here white and a little bit of brown, and we're putting in the stripe details on the Carcharodontosaurus. So this actually is the stripe that ends up until the end of the tail. So you can see here some white details on this one as well. Now with a darker color of mixture of brown and also some black and a little bit of white, just so it's not so dark, we're putting in some details of stripes on the tail of the Carcharodontosaurus. So using the same colors that we had earlier on, just darken it up a bit, and we're putting on some details of stripes on the face or on the head of the Carcharodontosaurus. So we're trying not to overdo it because the first one looked a bit cartoony, so we're trying to avoid that here. So once the details of this one is complete, we just had to put in some more colors on the Carcharodontosaurus, such as putting in the red orange details on the brows of the Carcharodontosaurus. And that's it for the making of our Carcharodontosaurus. I hope you enjoyed this one and see that there is some improvement in the figure itself. Let's move along with the announcements of the Guest SPC contest winners, and we have 10 lucky picks. Here they are. Pro Gaming, Benja Vargas, Extinct Creatures. Oya Kiyomasa, Jurassic Spider, Mr. Well Charge. Roger the Janitor, Terry the Mr. Tharsinosaurus, Victor Gabriel. And Asilip. Congratulations everyone! And now for our top 10 winners. Ricky Reed the Allosaura Phaganex.
Top 9.
Dino Beasts.
Top 8.
Lego Vietnam Bricks.
Top 7.
Fredro Amaral.
Top 6.
Rainmark 11 years old boy.
Top 5.
Gabriel Elkins.
Top 4.
Oni Kaiju.
Top 3.
Shal at Sabat Hakim.
Top 2.
Alton Todd.
Top 1.
Cretaceous Bricks. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you in the next SPC contest. For those of you who'd like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and it will lead you to the Extinct Bricks homepage, and the homepage just click on the community link to see all our posts. Now for a closer look on the Carcharodontosaurus.
Hello there everyone, and we're back for this particular remake or a rehash of our Carcharodontosaurus, and here is the finished product. Alright, so in here, compared to our Carcharodontosaurus here, is quite small, and he's really quite happy with how it turned out. And he'll be coming back later on for some size comparisons. First up, let's have a closer look at our Carcharodontosaurus from Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, and it's actually based off from this particular photo over here, and you can see that I have adjusted really how the current paint scheme and how I actually paint my my customs at the moment. I really like the initial what do you call this, initial look of my Carcharodontosaurus, but it's quite outdated in terms of scope as well as the painting scheme of our dinosaurs. So since it's actually one of my favorite creatures, large carnivores of all time, so I wanted to do a remake on this one. Probably will also be doing a remake on the Carcharodontosaurus, as that is also one of my favorite creatures or favorite large theropods in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, so we'll probably do that as well in the future. But nonetheless, here is our Carcharodontosaurus remake. And in this particular photo over here, or video, this is my previous look of the Carcharodontosaurus, and you can see a lot of difference in terms of how I did my Carcharodontosaurus at present. So let's have a closer look, shall we? So in terms of how I did the face, so I removed the entire what do you call this, top part of the face to make it a little bit thinner, and did a bit of resculpting as well on this particular figure. I have made the hump on the back of the neck a little bit taller than what it already is, to make it look like a separate neck and make it look more fierce. Okay, so I also did several sculpting details, add-ons here, made this one a bit taller, the part here, so that the neck is quite you can see the delineation between the shoulders and also the neck region, because this actually from this area until here, that's actually where the neck begins and ends actually here on this part of the head of the Carcharodontosaurus. So coloration wise, yeah, I added also several tones of dark brown to grayish brown to almost a mock-up feel on the lower sections of the Carcharodontosaurus. It looks much more fiercer now and much more realistic in a way. Also added several, what do you call those, scar thingies on everywhere. So we have here the legs, the thighs, as well as that of the face, and also on the body. There are also a few scratch details on the tail as well. This also is carried over on the head area. Over here I had a slash what do you call that, scar here on the eyes and also on the snout. So very similar to what I did on the other side, although there are different, positions as well. Alright, so what else? I also added a strip of what do you call those, spikes on the back and osteoderms, so that it would look very similar to that of the Carcharodontosaurus in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. I just carried it over until the ends of the tail so that it would be actually more consistent in terms of design. The arms here is replaced, so I made a different arm to it, so I positioned it in a way so that it's not forward facing, so it's rotated internally, so that makes it more accurate in a sense. And that's it for the closer look on our so before we end that one, so in terms of articulation, we have the same articulation set up with other large carnivores for Lego. We have here a ratchet joint on the neck. Of course, it can open and close its mouth like so, very similar to that of the Indominus Rex, because that is the base figure for this one. It has a swivel movement on the arms, on the legs as well, and of course you can turn the tail 360. And that's it. That is our closer look on our Carcharodontosaurus, inspired by the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis creature.
Moving along with the size comparisons.
And we're back for some size comparisons, and of course Evie here is beside our Carcharodontosaurus, and comparing it in terms of size based on this particular photo, I think it's it's about the right size, I guess, in terms of the comparisons in size with that of the actual Carcharodontosaurus. I think we have also a photo of the Carcharodontosaurus size comparison and in the in the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, and yes, it is correct. It is the correct size. All right. Okay, so let's move along with size comparisons with other creatures of the Carcharodontosauridae family. We have, of course, those from the smallest one going to the biggest, of course. So first up, we have to compare this one would be the Concavinator. So here is my old Concavinator from before. So see, I think the design and also the current what do you call this, current design and also coloration, I mean, of the Carcharodontosaurus is quite outdated. This is actually based off from the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Concavinator. I think it's a good design. However, when it comes to updating the Concavinator, I believe that the most recent release of the Hammond Collection Concavinator is actually one that is something that I would actually be looking forward to in the future in terms of making another custom of the Concavinator. So please guys, let me know in the comments below if you would like me to recreate the Concavinator based off that particular toy line. Alright, the Hammond Collection Concavinator. So yeah, so that is the Concavinator for you guys. Next up, we have the Tyrannotitan. So the Tyrannotitan here is also a recent custom that I did from before. So basically, it has the same size compared to this one. I didn't really change the base figure in terms of size of the Carcharodontosaurus, and even for the Tyrannotitan. The Tyrannotitan, however, would have a larger hump here on the back, and also it has 4 stud lined up on its back, and unlike this one, it has 4x2 studs on the back. So yeah, so that is the main difference of our design here. Also, this one actually uses the Tyrannosaurus Rex head for its base figure, right? So I think it is a lovely base figure to use for these types of creatures. Probably when I make the version of the Acrocanthosaurus, I would probably use a T-Rex head as well, right? So next up on the family would be this one, the Maposaurus. Alright, so the Maposaurus here uses the same base figure as with the Carcharodontosaurus. However, it has a few differences in terms of overall head sculpt as well as the body as well. So you can see here that from the shoulder area going towards the back, it's sculpted in a way that it would look like that of the Maposaurus. Of course, made some difference or made some, what do you call this, changes in terms of sculpt on the head of the Maposaurus as well. So yeah. Next up on the family list would be this one. This is the Acrocanthosaurus. So this is based up from the Jurassic World, the game Acrocanthosaurus, the level 41. You can see that it has toe plates, what do you call those, toe spikes on the back, very reminiscent of that of the Acrocanthosaurus. The coloration is actually exact. It looks like the Acrocanthosaurus. Love the way EB Toy Universe would paint on differently colors on the feet, because in actuality the colors there are quite different as well. So it has colors of black, gray, dark gray, blues, whites, yellows. Those are quite hard colors to add and also make use and make it work on a certain figure. So that is our Carcharodontosaurus from Jurassic World, the game. Also we have our Giganotosaurus. So this Giganotosaurus is based off from the movie Jurassic World, not Fallen Kingdom, Dominion, and this is something that is not within the fossil records. It doesn't have those high humps. The head is quite different, but nonetheless, I like the way the overall design of the Giganotosaurus in that particular movie is. Right. Also, I made the Giganotosaurus an accurate, well, let's say a more accurate one. This is the Giganotosaurus based off from the Walking with Dinosaurs, or is it another reference? Well, anyway, so this is the Giganotosaurus from that particular reference. It has long body, long tail, a large head to it, and a lot of details actually was put into this particular creature as well. So that is comparing it with our Carcharodontosaurus. This is quite larger in terms of overall size and shape. So see that. Alright, so that is it for our size comparisons on our Carcharodontosaurus. Let's now move along with the next portion of this video. And this is Extinct Breaks in Species Roll, and we have here all the creatures that I have shown you so far in this particular video. If you have other suggestions of other creatures or dinosaurs that you'd like to see here on this particular channel, be it from a video game such as Jurassic Park Operation Genesis or other video games, please comment them down below in the comment section. Also, EB here would like to remind you guys that all that you see here is actually available in our Extinct Breaks playlist over here, but I'll be also placing in individual links of all that you see here so that you won't have to go through all 400 and plus videos that I've already uploaded in this channel. Alright, so let's start with our Extinct Breaks species roll call, shall we? Let's start from this side. This is our Extinct Breaks Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Concavenator. This is our Extinct EB Toy Universe Level 40 Jurassic World, the game, Carcharodontosaurus. This is our Extinct Breaks Tyranotitan. This is our Extinct Breaks Giganotosaurus. This is our Extinct Breaks Jurassic World Dominion Giganotosaurus. This is our Extinct Breaks Jurassic World Alive Maposaurus. And of course, this is our Extinct Breaks Jurassic World, Jurassic Park Operation Genesis Carcharodontosaurus. So that is it for our video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this content, please consider to give my channel a subscription, or subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and also give it a like. Also, you may want to hit that notification bell if you want to receive or see more of these types of videos as well. Alright, okay, so again, if you want to support the channel, please do not skip on all the ads, not just for this video but for the rest of my videos as well. Alright, and that's it for our video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on the next.
If you happen to enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a like, and of course share it with your friends. Also, please do not forget to support our other channels. We have EB Toy Universe and The Adventures of Moira and Usher. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And as we always would say, let your inner dino break roar! Thanks everyone!